So I had a question about the scene in general. So you mentioned that Manzoku is not from Tokyo. What is the range like for an event like this, or what is the range for Tokyo events in general when it comes to how far people are willing to travel that like live in Japan already?
Well, okay, you have your regulars, and in terms of like people that come regularly, it's like most players live in Tokyo, and then you might get a couple from like outside of Tokyo, but like still in the Kanto area that will spend an hour or two getting here every week.
Right.
But you get a good few kind of out of city players that come over because they just happen to have business in Tokyo. A good example would be Ashimo, who's here all the way from Shikoku, which is like a good couple-hour flight away.
Flight?
Yeah, flight.
Wow.
Because it's one of the other main islands of Japan.
I see.
Good other examples, there's like Lee Mac, Little Mac player, he's from Kansai. I'm struggling to think of a few, but yeah, there's like people come far and wide for this tournament, and you can see why, because this tournament is stacked as hell.
Yes, this venue is awesome as well.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? The Red Bull Gaming Sphere is... Sorry, I know we're going off on a massive tangent. We will talk about the game in a bit, but the Red Bull Gaming Sphere, they have loads of different editions of the venue. There's one in London, if I remember correctly. There probably is one in the US.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
And yeah, it's a brilliant venue. We get free Red Bull. It's lovely. What could you ask for? What more could you ask for?
That's all the gamer needs, really.
Yeah. Good gameplay, too. And these two, definitely familiar when it comes to good gameplay, because we are getting into top 8, I believe. Getting to commentate Ratte versus Manzoku. Two players that I'd say aren't really recognized outside of Japan, I'm not going to lie. But both of them are kind of just on that brink of discovery.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, especially with Manzoku, you'll probably know about him soon.
I think that's exactly what I came to Japan for when it comes to what I came to for Smash. I really wanted to find out who in Japan is respected by the people in Japan, obviously, because there's a lot of international or players that play internationally from here. But yeah, this is what I came to watch. I want to see who Japan thinks are like the hidden bosses and people on the come up. And
I love getting asked that question of like who are the hidden bosses of Japan, because I can literally think of like 10 or 20 on the spot, and I always come up with like different answers every time. I think Manzoku is kind of actually fairly established, but Ratte would be a good example. I'd probably put him down. I think I already said it, but he's probably the second best Pac-Man player.
Oh my goodness.
In the country.
Right.
If it weren't for the other like 2 billion Pac-Man players from Kyushu, it would be Ratte. He's really good. I don't know if... Because Ratte... We pronounce it Ratte just because of how Japanese people pronounce it. But he's latte. Like latte, like the drink.
Okay, yes.
I don't know if that has to be like a play on words with tea. And I think a lot of people ask him that question. I actually don't know.
I would love to know the answer to that right
now. It would be funny, because I don't think Ratte is like, ooh, yeah, that's got to be it.
Great recognition on that. The side B confirmed. Absolutely demolishing.
He loves hitting lows. He loves hitting lows.
Those are clips. Like, one of the things that I notice about Pac-Man is that the setups can be so intricate, and that's one example where it's a simple setup on paper, really. It's just like bomb confirm into side B, but it just looks so hype because of the angle.
Yeah. And it really is quite difficult to hit. It's a lot more difficult than most people hit, just because you have to look at your opponent's SDI.
Right.
And, well, DI. And that's where it can start to get difficult. If you miss your side B, you get put in a bad place.
Yeah, and that's one of the things about that situation is if Ratte misses, he's still in a pretty favorable position. But if he hits it, obviously, which he did, he gets the clip.
Like it seems like a dumb confirm, but it's actually very difficult and also a little committal to do.
Yeah. Well, he's forced the switch.
God, I haven't even seen Manzoku play this character before.
Okay.
He has a Link.
All right.
He has a Link.
This is a drastically different matchup from the Toon Link, obviously.
Okay.
Projectiles are very different. We'll see how he switches it up.
Yeah, I mean, I guess canonically it's not too different, but I feel like you never really see... It's always like Toon Link or Young Link. It's one of the two as opposed to actually straight up going for Link, because I'd say out of the 3 Links, Link would probably be the most unique out of the 3.
So it already looks like from the get-go, he's trying to use Link Nair in order to intercept the Hydrant and just get in Pac-Man's way, but it's really not working out too well right now.
I'm not gonna lie, mate. He's probably gonna start using Link Nair for everything. Anytime soon.
Yeah. I mean, why not?
Why not? Why not? Why not?
Yes.
Ratte struggling to find his footing here, but could make use of the bell. Doesn't, but still gets a decent strain. Lovely forward air.
That is a great trap. He's set up with the up air on the bomb. He's going to get a timing here. Oh, just off, and he's going to get punished for it. The up smash going to connect for Ratte. And that was a little unfortunate for Manzoku.
Probably just about killed in terms of percent as well.
Oh, okay. This is going to be some big damage. He's going to try to get a read. Oh, doesn't get the grab. Might have been a misinput. We'll see. The disadvantage play is extremely interesting to watch from here. He goes for the upbeat trap. I love that.
Tech chases with Link up B is something that T, the Link T obviously, is like very infamous for doing. So I think a lot of other Link players in Japan kind of try to take a leaf out of their book. His book, rather. Because I'm pretty sure even today where like T kind of has been playing the game a lot less because he's actually just a working man now, straight up. He graduated university. He's probably still the only like really prominent Link player, apart from a guy called Kyon from Kansai, who's also pretty good.
Okay.
But no one's really at T's level, I would say.
It's been forever since I've watched T play Link, actually.
It's been a while, but well, I think it's been a while for people abroad.
Yeah.
But he does pop over to locals here and there. He actually does play like fairly regularly as of late. I think he's just found himself like a neat little schedule where he can go to locals every now and then.
Oh yeah, and as someone with a job overseas myself, I'm very, very relatable as Manzoku gets the recovery. I'm still getting accustomed to the names. Not what the names sound like, but which player is which.
Fun fact: Manzoku translates to satisfaction in Japanese.
Okay. And
that combo was definitely satisfying indeed, but unfortunately Manzoku teasing us with the last hit, doesn't manage to get a kill off, but the forward air is going to be enough to do it. He still has a chance. He has a chance. He's a man on a mission, but he's a man on a mission against Pac-Man with a bell.
Time is not on his side right now. I know there's plenty of it on the clock, but you can see here Ratte setting up with the bell, just crouch walking, although Manzoku is going to get a grab, can't get anything off of that, and Nair is trying to
fixed his T, bro.
The miss space, just a little too committal, and that's going to do it. It's going to be a 2-0 for Ratte. Everything here is best of 3, correct? Okay. Yeah, that's
wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, that's actually one big thing coming from abroad that I'm not used to. Most of the times at locals when I travel to within the United States, it's usually like top 3 or top 4 that are best of 5. Although it seems like everything is best of 3 here. And why do you say you wouldn't have it any other way?
Well, I mean, it's definitely a test of strength, but I also said it ironically. I think I would have it any other way, if ideally.
Tell.
But mainly, I think, well, it's. Do you know why we play best of 3s up until Grands?
I can. Is Grands the only best of 5?
It's because, well, no, Grands is always a best of 3.